Alright, I want to keep going with my automation theme here, so I want to stop dropping stuff in here and then putting it in the machines. We've got an RS system, let's use the RS system to put things in here and get them back out. So this guy is going to go away, and we're going to replace him with an ender chest that will import in the system. Maybe. We'll see. I may use, just something else, but we'll see how it goes. So I want to see where some things are. So we do have refined storage coming over this way. How far does it go? Looks like it just goes downstairs. Alright, that's fine. Now that I know where the cables are, it's time to do something to put stuff in here that we want. So, alright. Compactor, we might just move downstairs. We'll see. But we do want a few things to go in here. So all the things we had these filters for, that's what we want to put in here for the ME conduits rather than the item filters. So let me go ahead and I want to gather up all the item filters. Actually, I probably don't. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's get the wireless guy, and let's get more conduit. It's taking you so long, buddy. You doing something? There we go. Alright, that should be enough of the refined storage conduit. So you were crossing over here. So we're going to have you go all the way around to all of the machines. Okay, there we go. We now have refined storage cables going all the way over there. I'm thinking if we have an import chest, it ought to be right over here. So we could just have an import that ends up there. And that would be fine, actually. We could even keep it as this crate over here. Although I do want a facade for that. So that's tiles. Let me get a facade for that. So let's facade that guy back up. Okay, so we will now place the storage crate over there. And I'm going to need a filter. So we're going to use this guy basically just to say, I want to import things into you. So you are not going to be an extract, you are going to be an insert, and you are going to be an importer into refined storage. So whatever is in you, doesn't matter what it is, will go into the refined storage system. So if I were, for instance, to place, I don't know, this one guy in here. You're supposed to go in the RS system. Oh. Huh. I guess he can't do that. Maybe only machines can do that. I didn't realize that. Okay. Change of plans then. We are getting an ender chest. So let's get one of those. Alright. Okay, there we go, an ender chest. So now we will just drop stuff into you. Cool, you are an insert. You are an insert on green. These were all extracts on brown. Alright, we'll make you an insert on brown then. Okay, so all the machines will dump into you. So if I dump this guy into you, yeah, you go in the system because that's the only place you could go. Okay, so that takes care of the imports from the machines, and all the exports will still go in there. It's the only place for them to go. We don't need some of this cable, some of this stuff, because that was for taking over to the chest, which is no longer there. So that should be all fine now. So all we have to do is replace any of the item filter guys that went in there automatically. So you were an insert, and you were saying black quartz goes into you. Well, that's no longer going to be true. We do not insert from this. we only insert from this guy. So now if I extract, yeah, you're going to dump all the black quartz ore, and we will put that into the system, which is probably going to be a terrible idea because it's going to, get too much of this stuff, but that's okay. We'll take care of that later. You pretend like you could have inventories, and you can't. So let's get rid of that. Sag mill guy. Yeah, he was having coal ore and flint. Okay, that still sounds like a good idea to me. So let's change you from being that guy to being that guy. Not sure there's any coal ore in the system right now, so that may not be a thing. Let's check that real quick just to make sure. But I don't think there is any. Yeah, there's not any. So, all right, so that's fine. You were my alloy smelter. You didn't have an insert. Wire char didn't have an insert. Sawmill didn't have an insert. AD extruder doesn't have an insert. Latex processing unit. You don't insert items. You only get latex. Painting machine will have no insert. That makes no sense. The pulverizer does, though. You have all of this ore, and I know we've got some of you in the system, at least copper and nickel. So let's take you out and turn you off and put this guy in here instead. Yep, there we go. We're dumping all the copper into this pulverizer now, and he will get the copper dust and keep going. And you used to be getting all of this stuff in here. Okay, we cannot use oak wood anymore because that would cook up all the wood in the system, which we don't want. So just the pulverized stuff, copper, nickel, platinum, and gold. That's fine. Let's take you out, and we'll put you in here. Okay, any of the pulverized gold or copper or whatever is going to go out and come back in. And it should end up over here. Perfect. So, compactor, you're not going to have an insert. You don't either. Shouldn't be in anything in the soul binder or the slice and splice. Okay, so that takes care of all those machines. All I have to do is re-facade the floor. I've only got 5 facades, huh? Are you the right type? Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. So hopefully the rest of you are fine. I don't think I did anything different, so it should be fine, right? Put that one guy in the system. Need to get him back. So let's get my chiseled stone guy and that guy. And there we go. So now we are auto-processing the rest of the material. And we don't use this guy to turn wood to charcoal anymore, so that wasn't even a thing we did anymore for a long time, ever since we set up the tree farm out there. So, speaking of which, I'm curious how he's doing. We've been using the charcoal to make red coal, so how much charcoal do we have? 91 blocks, that's pretty good. That's more than I would have thought given our power usage, which must mean we are pretty stable on power right now. And if that's the case, then we might want to consider upping the amount of power we give to the builder. Let me go see what it looks like from the power monitor's point of view. We are taking in 670 and pulling out 538. You know, I mean, right now we're running a bunch of machines, so I kind of expect that. But why are you not getting any red coal? You don't have any in there? Oh, you're making some. So does that mean you are lagging behind? We might need to make the resonator faster. I thought he was keeping up, but maybe he's not. Yeah, we've got no more red coal in the system, so, and as soon as it comes in, it's going out. Okay, I know we are using more power than we were a minute ago, so maybe I spoke a little bit soon about being stable. I want to watch this for just a second and make sure the number is going up. It looks like it is. It looks like we are ever so slightly higher on power than we need. But it's really close with all these machines running. Now, obviously, when some of the processors finish taking up all that stuff I've done, it should get a little bit better. But let's see, how much black quartz ore is in the system? Yeah, still 100 of that, and we're starting to get tons of this guy. So he is going to gum up our system. We need to put that guy in a drawer. So, I don't see any way to turn you off. That's okay. I guess what I'm going to do is take out all the black quartz ore. He's going to get more from the auto miner, but that should be controllable. I just don't want a bunch of that still being processed because I want to get a drawer for the black quartz. Let's see here. We have a lot of sawdust. It's not something we're going to be getting a ton of, though. It's not something that we farm. So I'll probably switch up sawdust for the black quartz ore, and I might turn the sawdust into charcoal, because that might be a better use, because honestly, I don't know a lot of uses for the sawdust. Oh wait, they did make some use for the sawdust, didn't they? I don't want recipes for it, I want uses for it. Yeah, they make rich phyto grow with that. Okay, I don't want to throw away the sawdust. We won't turn that into charcoal. But I will switch you out for the other guy, the black quartz. So let's unlock you. Alright. And let's get the black quartz. Alright. Okay, I want to have a known quantity of this stuff in my drawer. Okay, there we go. Let's lock him back up. And then I want to pull out any black quartz in the system. And then dump him back in there. So, if there's anything you're going to farm or auto mine, you want that in a drawer. Everything else can go in your main system. So this is kind of swapping one thing for another, but looks like we've got enough storage for now. Well, it's close anyway. So we'll have to work on that. And we're going to dump this in here too. So, you know, we need to make some more drawers. So let me look into doing some of that and see what else we might need to do with our auto processing. I'll be back in a little while. Alright, so next thing I want to do is work on the material stonework factory. This is a thing from Industrial Foregoing, which will help you make cobblestone, stone, sand, glass, gravel, you know, all those things that you dig up normally and that you need a lot of, that I'd like to have a bunch of available whenever I need it. So before I do that though, we are running dangerously close on our storage. So I think it's time to work on upgrading that a little bit. So I don't think it knows how to make 4K storage disks. So let's, yeah, I don't see any over there. So if I tell you to make that, would you be able to? Do you know how to make 4K storage parts? Nope, just 64K storage parts. All right. What about, where are you? Here you are. Okay. That might be enough. He might be able to make those now. But actually, you know what? I don't think I want to make storage disks. I think... Now, I won't worry about it. I'll do that later. I was thinking about consolidating it into one disk, but we'll take care of that a little bit later. I just want to solve the problem right now, or at least kick the can down the road a little bit. So let's make some new storage disks. Can I make 2 of you? You don't have any silicon. Well, how much sand do we have? Very little. Alright, gonna go have to Botania me up some more sand real quick. And then we'll get this. And hopefully we'll get the material stonework factory soon. And it'll be the last time I need to worry about sand. There we go, stack of sand. I believe it can make silicon too, this material storage factory. So we'll see about that. Alright, put the sand in there. And now let's make that 4K storage disk. Well, I didn't need sand in there. I needed you to go into the sag mill and make me some silicon. Okay, there we go. Yeah, getting lots of silicon. I believe you will refresh your... Yep, you sure do. Okay, perfect. So that's taken care of for that. So now can I make a 4K storage disk? Yeah, perfect. Alright, let's work on that, and let's look into the material stonework factory. Do I happen to have the book from Industrial 4 going? I don't remember. I don't see it. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. I want the manual. So that is a piece of paper and a log. There we go. And we'll put that in our Akashic Tome. You know, after I scan the book, because gotta scan the book for Thaumcraft. Okay. So, materials... No, not you. Not you either. That's what I want. Okay. Material Stonework Factory. Resource Product. That's what I want. So, yeah, it can generate cobblestone. It can craft and grind things and yada yada. So, okay, the hardest part of getting this is getting the pink slime. So, you know, that'll be the toughest part. But we'll get there. So, how do we get pink slime? Okay, you get this. Okay, we need to place some pink slime food in the world. So, how do we get you? Okay, we will get you from the Mob Slaughter Factory. So we're going to need to build one of you. So, a Mob Slaughter Factory. Let's put you on the list. Let's teach it how to make plastic. So, you probably don't have any plastic. Let's see here. Dry rubber. We need to make a recipe for this guy. So 9 of you combined to get that. So let's do that. Okay, knows how to make that now. And then if we want plastic, we simply have to smelt that in a furnace. So there we go. That will take care of that. And now all we have to do is put that in the machine, you know, whatever machine that happens to be. We got our 4K storage disk yet? There it is. Okay. Crisis averted. Alright. I'll need to look into my stuff and see if there's like a bunch of items maybe should be in a drawer instead of being in the main system, but I'll do that later. So I know a couple pieces of plastic, so let's get that. We're gonna need some iron swords and some iron axes. I don't really have very many patterns or very much glass. Well, can I make 5 more? We can. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to want a machine frame from thermal, and I'm going to want a gold gear, and then I'm going to want an iron axe. Yeah, 2 iron axes, 2 iron whatevers. One of you, and then an iron sword. Okay, so could we make one of these guys now? Yes, we can. Cool. Alright, there we go. So, oh yeah, I was going to that mesa bomb, wasn't I? I forgot about that. Deal with that later. I have enough gold for the moment, so not worried about it. But the reason I thought about that is I couldn't make my, whatever that thing was, this guy, to power the thing that you teleport to, whose name I can't remember, but is, you know, God, that's going to drive me nuts. What are you? Matter receiver, that's what it is. So I couldn't power that guy. Alright, so I need a power cell card. Just teach you how to make those too. Because there'll be lots of times we're going to add another power cell, so might as well just go ahead and make that. Alright, that's a good wrapping up point for today's episode. Thanks for watching. You've liked and subscribed by now, right? What am I saying? Of course you have. See you next time.